Hello, Robin.
Hi.
It's
So
so good to
fun. I
see you.
can't wait.
And
I can't wait to see what you have for us today for the letter B.
yeah, we're back for B. And this was a new tool that showed up for me last week. So I've really been enjoying it over the past week. I've been using it probably 5, 6, 7 times a day, sometimes a few times in an hour, depending on what's showing up or what's moving through. It's just fantastic. And it's also really simple.
I'm so excited, and I don't know anything about this. I said I want to do this. I just want to experience it. So go for it.
Amazing. So, before we dive in, I just want to encourage everyone to just take a moment and just scan your energy. Notice what's going on in your body. Notice what's happening with your emotions, your thoughts. Just get a good readout on where you are right now. Come back together for our tool, and this tool is called the body flesh. And you'll know that there are two chakras that are at the bottoms of your feet, these two little mini chakras that sit there. And we also have the root. They're sort of the base of the root where we can ground down into the earth, that connection downwards. And I've been noticing that I have been holding a lot of energy in my head, that there's been a lot of stuff that's up here that I feel like I'm getting access to so much more information. Also, there's a lot of thoughts that are going around. They're not even my thoughts, but they're things that are coming through and passing through. It just feels like there's so much that's coming in. And sometimes my head gets to be a really noisy place. It's not an unpleasant place, but it's a noisy place. And I wonder, ooh, what can I do about this? It almost feels like it's like my brain has eaten too much. And because it's eaten so much, it's not able to let go of all that it's been doing. So what came to me was a body flush. So what I do, and you can do this either sitting down or standing. If I can stand, I often do stand because it helps my feet feel the weight a little bit more, and it helps my body remember that the head is connected with the feet. That you've got the knees sitting on top of the feet, and you have your hips sitting on top of the knees, and you have your torso sitting on top of your hips, and you go all the way up, and you really feel that connection between your head and your feet. But even if you're sitting, just imagine yourself standing and just notice that nice straight line of energy that's there because that's an easy way to flush.
Yeah, and I was cross-legged, so I just put my feet on the floor.
Yes, that is wise. Get both of those feet on the floor and really, before we do the flush, just sense into the bottoms of your feet, the soles of your feet that are facing the ground. And I like to imagine that there are spirals there. And I'm going to
There
use
are.
toilet imagery because where do
There
we
there are.
eliminate?
There are
Yeah,
spiders there
that's it. So we imagine connect with those spirals that are there. And
because they're
again, I kind of
chakras.
imagine, yeah, the chakras, exactly. They're
They
they're
literally
important.
are chakras in there, and they do spiral.
There are. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And, I'm going to analogize them today to a toilet.
Hmm.
And a toilet also spirals and it goes around. And what does a toilet do? It flushes, it eliminates. You press a little button, it's not, you know it's going to do it. You just walk up, you press the button, and boop, flush, takes everything down, takes it away. And we've also got the root chakra, which also faces downward and is also that spiral. So imagining or sensing into those three places. So that base is kind of like the tailbone right down there, which is also an elimination place for our body. And then the bottoms of the feet. So I like to just connect with those and just imagine them as these bright, clean toilet bowls. I think this is also good for us because we're kind of weird as people about toilets. We're weird about going to the bathroom. We're weird about what we do in there. We don't really talk about it. We're trying to hide things. Like, this might not apply to you if you're watching. Maybe you love a toilet. For me, I think this is some collective work to do that we can really embrace our power to eliminate and how easily and naturally our body does this. So the body flush for me has also, I've noticed, I'm talking about it a lot more. I feel a lot more comfortable with it. So it's doing some good patterning things underneath too. So once you feel that connection with the bottoms of your feet and the root, We're just going to do a very simple sound. And when I do this sound, I imagine, much like a toilet bowl, the water level going down. Imagine the water level is up here at the top of my head, and I just imagine it going all the way down. And when I do this, I make a simple sound, and it's and it's the sound of water, and the to me is the activator. That's like the pressing the button. And then the it's the sound of the water, and is also very soothing. It's that sound that we make that means, oh, be quiet now. Like, oh, hush. It has a really soothing sound. It's a sound that we heard as babies. It's a sound that we make to babies. I think it's also what it sounds like there in the womb when you hear some of those sounds, the that water rushing. So it's a really soothing sound. So we can do it together. I usually do it maybe, it depends. It depends. Sometimes you need to flush multiple times. So it depends on what I'm wanting to let go of. So again, just want to imagine that the water level is up here. You can even, if it helps, you can even put your hands up there and bring them down, especially in the beginning, like to get a sense of it. So just go and just feel it releasing down that root and out of the bottom of your feet. Do it again. And sometimes I do a long one. Sometimes I do a short one. Sometimes it might be just like with the toilet. Sometimes you're like, oh, flush, flush. Or some of those, you get those toilets, you need to hold it down for a little bit longer. So that might be a, so it's different for me every time. And if there's something that you want, you want to get rid of, you can even put it in the bowl. So if there's a thought, or if there's, a person, or if there's a situation, or anything that's up there that you just feel like, I just want to flush this out of my system, you can just put it up there and just especially now, there's a lot that's out there that we can read or encounter. I had this experience yesterday. I'm pretty careful about the information that I take into my system, what I read, what I connect with. And yet, still, sometimes I find myself reading something that might upset me or that might trigger me in some way. And I had this yesterday, and I can just put it up there in the bowl and just go, all right, well, I saw that, but I don't need to hold on to it. And that's to me. And my body can naturally let it go, just naturally eliminate it, just like I can naturally go and poop in the bathroom. This is something that we're doing all the time. We poop and we pee, we eliminate. It's good. And when you do that, you're also giving that back to the earth. So remembering that it's safe to do that. It's healthy for you. It's part of our ecosystem. You don't need to hold on to anything. So maybe you don't have to say what it is, but maybe let's just imagine putting something in the bowl up there, anything that comes to mind, and just do a nice flush. And afterwards, I like to take a moment to really just feel good, to just feel nice, just celebrate. Ooh, that just got to go.
It felt very clear. After a couple times, what I experienced was my attention went kind of down below me, right? So to the pipes. So I flushed, and then I saw, like if we're using that toilet analogy, the pipe as being kind of like this, going down below my feet, and then it just really got big
Oh, wow.
and deeper,
That's amazing.
almost like an oil pipeline or something going down vertical, right? Like it's, almost like the universe saying, "Bring it on, I got it," or the earth, the earth saying, let it all go. We've got you.
Yeah, it's all energy. And if you think about oil, oil is energy. And those pipelines are powerful. So I love that image that really gives that sense of you are giving those nutrients back to the earth.
Yeah, like a column of light. It was kind of like a column of light growing and like happy to receive that, right?
Yeah. Oh,
And
well,
like,
thank
thank
you.
you.
And yeah, I love it. It's just, for me, it's been so simple and an easy tool for me to use anywhere. And even if you can't make that sound, if you imagine making that sound, if you're in a meeting or something is going on, or you feel something coming in, you can just imagine it. Ooh, just say that sound in your head and just have that feeling of going down. Or, you
That
know,
could be very useful in a meeting, right? Flush, flush, flush. Push
it
a
really.
button. You could have, those new toilets where you just push the button.
Oh yeah, or give yourself a Japanese toilet, one of those ones where like it's heated and it has all those different attachments to it that can clean and brighten and freshen things up.
Yeah. So if you couldn't make the sound like in a meeting, you could just touch like a knuckle or have a symbol, create your own symbol for that. And it's just like those person's words come in, flush. This comes in,
Mhm.
flush.
It's kind of fun. And I also like this tool because it makes me laugh. So it sort of instantly lightens my mood when I'm sort of thinking about your words are going into the toilet. And it's not like I'm not doing this to be a jerk. I'm just doing this because, well, I don't need that. Like let those words go to someone else who needs them.
Right,
Let them land in the right place. That place isn't me.
right. And even it's the same with food and drink. We keep what our body needs and we let go of what we don't need. So energetically, this is a way to keep whatever we need, even sometimes in a more painful thing, there's something we need in there, right? So we keep the information and then we let go of the vibration.
That is exactly it. Oh, thank you for articulating it so well. So, how do you feel now?
I feel clear and spacious
Hmm.
and grounded, very well grounded. Thank you. Clear, spacious, and grounded. How do you feel?
Oh my gosh, my stomach just gurgled in a wonderful way. I love it when that happens. It reminds me of the energy I'm just clearing. I feel I feel swirly and free.
Cheers to feeling swirly and free.
And cheers to feeling clear and spacious and grounded. We'll see you for C.